So if everyone, hello everyone. I've just explained, but I'll explain again. We're going to be talking a little bit today on the Fast Start call about the blueprint for bringing on new people. I know that people have been asking more about this and what it is. So I made notes the other day. The mindset when we're bringing someone in. So we want essentially most people to be a customer first. We want to encourage people to become a customer first. We do, because we want to give them that opportunity. And what I say to people is, we're not a normal MLM. I'm not here to recruit, bring people in, leave them high and dry. I'm here to allow you time to come and experience these products, shadow me for a little bit, come onto calls, meet some of the other leaders in the company, be exposed to what this is as a collective, so that they build the vision and the mission that we so love. Of us on the call, we're lifers, right? That took a little bit of time for some of us to really see the full picture. So the best gift that we can give to these new people is that gift of the vision, the gift of the vision. And I say to them, you know, I appreciate so much that you want to be a brand partner. I'm so excited that you do. But first, let me explain how I'm going to do you a good service here. And that is by me helping you order all of your superfoods, so you get this experience, you can speak to it, we can talk about it, we can go live together. Let's meet some of the leaders. And in the meantime, I can train you. You can invite them to all these calls, by the way. If someone's 100% set, guys, on joining the business, don't hold them back. Let them come on our team calls. Be intuitive. Are they gonna look ahead? Oh, there's this call tomorrow. I think you're gonna love it. It's about the business. It's being held by the owner and founder, guys. And I would so love you to experience this. So this is our gift to them. And it's also a gift to us, because truly in people, getting people ready to be ready, in getting people understanding Fast Start, understanding what they're going to be doing from day zero. By the way, when people sign up, it's day zero. Day one is the day after they sign up. So they have a day's grace. Fast Start, widen your reach, UBT, well, not UBT, Fast Start and widen your reach, they start on day one. So you have that day beforehand. But we want them to understand, okay, I want to have 3 people ready, because this is a business of the duplication of 3. So when their products arrive, talk about it, go live, put up some polls, share it with some friends and family, write a list down of people who are entrepreneurial, who you want to run with. Get them, work a list with them, get on a call with them, share your experience, be like, this is what I wish I'd done. This is what I've learned. So we're going to do this together. Make them feel really special. But this is also after you've pre-qualified this person, are they worth your investment and your time? Because we're very, very busy. Assess the level of investment that you can give to this new person. Are they all in? Have they got all the time in the world? Are they showing up to calls? It's almost like you're testing them out. If they have ability to get on calls, are they actually doing it before they've signed up? This is for your peace of mind, because we've all had it where we've brought on a brand partner who drains us and doesn't do what we say, and it feels like we're dragging like a rock along. And it's like, this isn't the agreement. So we need a pre-agreement. What are you willing to do for my training, my time, my mentorship? It's got to be a balance here, and it's definitely something that I've learned. So this whole period of them going, I'm interested in the product, I'm interested in the business, is from that day, training. You're training them from that very first day without them even knowing. Maybe you do let them know. By the way, you're interested in being a brand partner. I'm training you right now. You ordering your product with me on the screen, me setting up your smart order, this verbiage, you're going to be doing this with other people. So let's start thinking about it now, instead of waiting until the day that you sign up. Hi, Jared. We're just going through the enrollment blueprint. So I'm just giving a little bit. So we want people to get in the mindset of, okay, I'm going to start with 3 people. Look, if they've got 1 or 2 people, don't make them wait. If they're like, I've got 1 person, they really want to go, don't make them wait. It's okay. Let's just help them get started and help them on that call with that first customer, get ordered, you know, roll out the red carpet for that customer with them, so they see what we do. Get that customer in the Kind Human Healing Facebook group, shout them out, give them a list of calls that they might want to go to, tell them we're going to check up on them in a week when their products arrive, and that we want them to take a picture so we can upload it for the customer referral program. It's all training before they've even joined. And this may sound like overwhelming to a lot of new people, like this is so much. Honestly, as you go along, this all just in my head, this is all I think about most of the day. I know all of these so well that I'm almost like intuitive and psychic with every person. What do they need? This is what they need. This is what I'm going to do with them. So you become really fine-tuned to your people. But the best thing you can do ever in this is just roll out the red carpet for these people, send them to tools, help them be independent, so that when they begin that day, they're like, Alice, I'm ready to go. I've got my person, my 2 people, my 3 people, and I understand what UBT is. I'm getting 3 people a week on a smart order. I'm going to hit that. I know that tomorrow I'm going to start my widen your reach. I know I'm going to be going live with you. I'm going to be doing a story, and they're excited. They're not confused. They're like, I know what I'm doing. And it's like, yes, you're so empowered. Run and be free, my love. Run and be free. It's so exciting when they get it. And it's like, oh, it's like watching your child run off like free into the wilderness, and you're like, oh, I'm here for you. Like, we're here to support them when they need us, and they will need us at the beginning. So every first call, when they enroll their first customer, do it with them so they can listen to how you're doing it. You get up the UBT pack, ULT pack website, you walk that customer through the order, get them on the smart order. You say to them, I'm going to check in with you 2-3 days before that comes out, so that I can make sure that you're not locked into this smart order. We're going to revise it together. We're going to see if this is what you want, if you want to add something. This is just going above and beyond. This is Melissa Hansen style 5-star crown. And as Kind Human Tribe, we want to be there, right? We want to be top best of the best. We want to be known as the customer service people. All the belief is built at the beginning. The people that stay are the people that feel like they're in a family, like they're part of something. They could never, like, I could never leave Alison and Jared. Oh my God, like it had never even crossed my mind. These are my ride or die people, but they built me that way. I was like, these people have given me everything. They've shown me. I'll tell you something, when they enrolled me, they got me on a call with Eric. They introduced me to Ian. They got me on a call with Jane and Joel. That's another gift you can give your brand partners. Plug them into the leaders. Do a little chat and go, hey, Ian, this is my new brand partner, blah, blah, blah. They're this and this and this. We're so excited. And this is Mr. Ian Farrar. He's the first founding brand partner. He's amazing. I really want you guys to meet. And I'm Ian Farrar, will cool, and meet. And then they're like, wow. And they feel really loved and plugged in. So go above and beyond. This is mindset too, in a way. This is going above and beyond in how far, what did you need? What would you like when you start? So we've got the 3 people. We've got them. They know they've got their 3 people, the smart order. They know when the calls are. You've shown them on the boards app. They've already downloaded the boards app, by the way. If they're going to enroll, give them the boards app, show them around. They know when our team calls are. They know when the corporate calls are. You're never telling them. You give them that gift. You know where to find it. Is it in your diary yet? And they're like, yeah, it's in my diary. Amazing. I'll see you there. And then see if they're on the call. If they say they're going to be there and they're on there, that's someone you want to run with. If they stop showing up, that's difficult. That's not someone that you can necessarily run with. And then we want to know we want to help them learn how to prospect. What is required of them? Teach them, the hashtag searching. Teach them how to look through their list a little bit. Teach them some simple verbiage. Would it be okay if I send you a video? Would it be okay if I link you to this call? Simple things, because they're going to be like, depending if they're already been in network marketing, they're entrepreneur, they'll be like, yeah, cool, I know this, just go through the comp plan with them. But if they're new to this, they're going to need a little help with the prospecting. So just give them that. Give them some of the verbiage. Me and Alison did a training on YouTube, Facebook. If you type into Kind Human Rising in the little search bar, inviting verbiage. We did a whole thing on how to invite people to calls, how to follow up. Follow-up is very important. So just these little things, like treat this as your new crown leg. How do we want to form a crown? We want to have a date set for their first Mega Zoom event. This is the Mega Zoom event is a game changer for duplication. Instead of them getting you on all these connect calls here and there, we're getting everyone onto one big event with them, their upline, and their upline's upline, to hear all of those stories together, to share about this opportunity. So it's a funnel system, funnel everyone onto one call, teach them how to invite and teach them how to follow up. crucial skills. It's kind of the two most important skills in this. Inviting, following up, inviting, following up. It's really good. And then just directing them to an upline and listening and watching how they close on a call, because that's a beautiful skill too. And I only learned that by getting Alison and Jared on 9 calls a day for months until they were like, oh my God, I see you more than I see my children. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's kind of what you want. That's what we want. Yeah, I wrote here, have met 2 upline leaders. Make it a goal that they meet at least 2. I introduced mine to Alison and Jared immediately. I'm like, these are my people. You're going to meet Alison and Jared. We're going to be running forever. Pick another one. Pick 2 others that you want to plug them into. Like they're going to be like, this is so exciting. Can you imagine? It's like you're guiding me, and they're going to trust you so much more if you're really with posture telling them all these things. If you, by the way, if you get lost in any of this, just ask an upline. Don't, to them, just be like, you know what, that's a really good question. I don't know yet. But what I'm going to do is find out the answer for you. And then I've learned too. Isn't this great? We're learning together. Be really honest about it. It's cool. We're all learning together. You want to spend time with them, knowing them. You want to know their why they're doing this. Like, spend that time. Like, I want to hear about your past. Tell me how you found this. What are your goals for the future? What are your most important reasons for wanting to do this business? Know them, know their children's names. Me and Rhiannon, we're always speaking, and her little beautiful son Christopher always is just on the calls with us, and it's so lovely. Like, we become a part of one another's family, and that's so amazing too. What a gift. Yeah, I remember Jessie Lee, she's a huge network marketing professional. She said, you know what I do? I learn what my downlines, I say, what's your favorite gift to get? What's your favorite thing in the world? Like, if you were given a gift, what would it be? And they tell her, because she's like, you know what, when they do well and hit ranks, you could send them a generic gift, or you could send them that thing that they really wanted. And then they're going to be like, oh my goodness, you did that thing for me, you listened to me. It's just, there are levels of this. And I think that's really cool. So this is a people business. And I just love this so much. Kim's made an incredible Adobe blueprint map called, I think, like the locking key, and it's how to help people, guide them through this. And we can make our own version of that, but because she's realized the importance of getting people ready. So now when I bring on brand partners, I know they're going to hit fast start director in a week. Non-negotiable. Like, they're ready. They know what is required. And imagine when you have that, everyone you bring on, fast start, you become a legacy. Everyone's like, that person who just like brings people on and they're so ready and they all hit that bonus, because we want to help them get that bonus. We don't want to assume they don't need that $500 that you get from director, and it builds belief in them so much. I love it when my brand partners send me pictures of their checks. Like, this was my check before my commission. Like, this is more than I've ever earned. I'm like, right? It's such an exciting day to see the numbers. But it's not even about the numbers. It is in a huge way, but it's about building their belief in themselves and realizing, I can do this. I got that message today, actually, I can do this. I'm like, you can do this. You're doing it. Keep going. Don't lose momentum. It's so beautiful. Write down, just write down the names for prospecting with them. But that's my blueprint. It's a lot of mindset. It's overarching as leaders. This is something that comes with time, but I want to share this mindset with everyone, is you have eyes everywhere. It's like this thing where you have such a huge vision of your organization, who to tap into, where to taproot. Taprooting means if your brand partner has brought on someone, work with them too. That's actually like one of the best things. Alison and Jared taprooted me. I'm a product of being taprooted, and I'm here because they did. They didn't have to, but they saw something in me, obviously, and were like, we're gonna get her. So if you see someone struggling under someone who's new and they need help, extend an arm to that person. That could be your diamond in that leg. You never know, because you only need one diamond in a whole leg to be a diamond leg. It doesn't need to be your personally enrolled. For example, Nicole is my diamond leg, but if she wasn't diamond and say Melanie under her was diamond, that counts as my diamond leg. So taprooting is really good. But as an overarching feeling about what this actually takes energetically, is just having going above and beyond, having an awareness of what calls are coming up and who you can send on that call and who you need to follow up with, and how you can really gift something to someone today, be it words, be it praise, appreciation, be it encouragement, checking in, like, how's everything going for you? Let's get on a call for 5 minutes. It's it's a business of family building and trust, honestly. And I spoke to Eric about this. I was like, it's just such a big vision. And people, when they come on, they don't see that yet. They're like, these products are great. Or this is kind of a cool business, but it's like so much bigger than that. It's like we are saving the world kind of shit here. Sorry to swear. It's huge. It's really big what we're doing. And we want people to grasp that as quickly as possible. So if they struggle at the beginning, they don't quit because they think it's hard. They're like, but I'm staying in here. One, because I love this community. This is my family. And two, because this mission is so big. And three, because you have managed to see in me greatness that I have failed to identify in myself so far. You're seeing something in me. And I want to see that through, because I know that I'm worth something and I'm worthy and I'm good. But I haven't quite seen, we get to see the vision for people first. I see greatness in all the leaders on my team. That's why I hand chose them to be on my team. I'm like, I'm going to fight for that person as long as it takes, because I saw in them that they had what it took to be at the top of this. And I just saw that they could help so many people. So on days when they're like struggling, as we all do, I struggle, Alison, Jared, we all struggle. Our upline can go, but do you remember what I saw in you? Do you remember what you've achieved? Do you remember what you did last week? Do you remember that tiny win that you had? It's such a community thing. And that's why I appreciate our legs so much, because we all literally band together so hard. It doesn't matter who we're with in the leg. It's such a beautiful community. There's always someone there for you. It always. So I wanted to kind of open and share with that. I hope these notes have been helpful. I'm going to expand on it. This is my original initial kind of blueprint, but you kind of understand the mindset around it. It's like, we're not in a hurry. We have time to nurture these seeds. So they're like they're growing a little bit. They're like, okay, I get it. Like, give them that gift. We're not in a hurry, because in going too quickly, when I started in the company, I was like the top recruiter in the company. I was like, boom, 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 people coming in so fast. And I was in a leader. I didn't even know what I was doing. They all left. Every single one of them left. I had to rebuild my whole team, because I didn't understand what it took to mentor these people. I was like, amazing products, let's have a business. It was so, and they were like, yeah, this is great. And I had a lot of people that trusted me, that none of whom are in my team now, none of them. So don't hold on to the fact that these are your people forever. Like, you don't know, you have no idea. And don't have expectations of people, but just believe in them and love on them really hard, and equip them with the tools necessary for them to fly, so that they can divorce you the way that I managed to divorce Alison and Jared. I mean, we speak every day, that's different. The way that Nicole is completely divorced from me, but we speak, it's different. And Rhiannon, and everyone's starting to do it. You become independent in your business, and that's the biggest gift you can get, self-reliant. But yeah, I wanted to share that. Jared, I'm sorry I spoke for a lot of it.
Not at
Do
all.
you
I'm
want to
so
share
happy
on
you
that?
did. I love listening to you speak, and it's such wisdom. And I think what's really amazing is that you're living proof of what consistency, the results from that. And, when you see these shout outs and these acknowledgments and these rank advancements, you don't see the hard work and the dark days that went in there along the way. So I just want to touch on one, the consistency, and second is the why, really getting solid on the why. That's when you bring in a new brand partner, or whether you're just starting out, is really getting solid on the why. And not only for yourself, so that you can like hold that vision really strong, is so that when you talk to other people, they're buying you. They're not buying products. They want to experience what you experience. They want to share in that joy and in that lifestyle. So the products are almost kind of not even part of that. So when your why is, some examples of very compelling whys are, someone was, I want to build an animal sanctuary, make a few $100s, a few $1,000s every month, so that I could house stray animals and feed them and find them homes. Okay. Retire my parents. Amazing. Build a retreat. Allison and I want to build a plant-based eco retreat off grid. Someone like Kiev who's just like, I want to focus on my business. I'm really passionate about my handmade jewelry. And I don't want to stress about money. So here's an opportunity to do that. And everybody relates to somebody else. And the more we share our whys and the more concise they are, it shouldn't take you 20 minutes to share your why. It should be like I just did in 10 seconds. Um, the more people you're going to reach, and the more I know Alice's why, I know Nicole's why, I know Rhiannon's why, Azaria, I know your why, and all of you. So when I talk to people, I can say, oh, I know somebody who has a similar story as you. So this opportunity is like a pathway to getting there. And yeah, we are product focused. I think that's what's amazing about this, about Purium, why it stands apart from other MLMs, is that it's solely product. It's just the power of Biometric. That is a unique product. There's nothing else like Biometric in the world that's proven to remove glyphosate. Okay, so when someone's like, oh, I did Arbonne and I didn't have great results, or I tried Herbalife, blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, you did something different. It was in the wellness space. It was like a dehydrated powder that you were taking, but we're talking about something completely different. And then you could kind of just paint a picture of why it's different, and if you believe in your mind, if you know that you are behind something that is life changing, then any rebuttals, any confusion, any insults that get thrown your way, you could just diffuse that instantly. And I struggle with that at the beginning, where someone would be like, oh, like, but you sell it, so why, like, should I believe you? You're just trying to make a profit by talking to me about this product you love. So at the beginning, I'd just be like a deer in headlights, like, yeah, I guess you're right. But now I'm just like, no, it's like anything I love, I'm going to talk about it anyways. Like, they're just a smart company who doesn't waste money on stupid ads. Like, they trust their distributors to share it and market it. So here we are. And it's just that kind of confidence that it's hard to posture at the beginning with that, but the more you could step into that dream version of yourself, into your visualized self, the faster you're going to grow. And this is something that happened the other day, where we're trying to explain to somebody who she's a new brand partner, and she's just trying to get into the mindset of what I need to do. And it is posturing, it is stepping into that, and it's a little uncomfortable. Some people think you're faking it, or you're just like, you have that imposter syndrome, where you're like, why am I acting like a rich successful person when I can't pay my gas bill or whatever? It's like, yeah, it's not like you're lying to yourself. You're just you're projecting a vision, and other people like that. I think people respect that. So I see like greatness for all of you, no matter what your situation is. That if I can visualize it, if Alice could see it for you, then you should see it for yourself too. And at the beginning, when you first come in as a brand partner, that's why the why is vital, because that's the vision that we're going to hold for yourself. So if you're like very crystal clear on your vision, you're like, I want to be like wearing like a white shirt on the beach, and like have like people all around me, and just be throwing parties. Like, cool, that's your vision. Let's do that. So posture like that person, if that's going to give you confidence to share the opportunity, right? So yeah, I know I'm kind of all over the place here, but it's been a crazy day. I don't know if you know, but internet is down in Canada. Like Rogers, which is like the main uh, supplier of internet, is not working. So we can't leave our house and have internet right now. So it's pretty scary. Um, so I think what we want to touch on is fast start. Is that whether you go fast or not, the brilliant part of this promotion is that you get the matching bonus for helping someone go fast. So that's why we learn it back to front. We know what's on the table. And when we see this breakdown here, I'll just bring it up quickly. You've all seen this before. When you look at this and you see what is possible, then you break it down fairly quickly for somebody. You're saying, okay, do you want to, what do you want to be earning? Do you want to be making a $500 your first month extra on top of your commissions? Okay, that's director. How do we get there? And then all these requirements that they need to get there, just think of it as a game, or think of it as like you're in school doing a challenge, or you just started a new job and you have to do these things. You know, a lot of people respond well to that, especially if they're coming from a background of hours to dollars or freelance work. Like they want to know, what do I need to do? So all the top leaders, all the crowns, 2-star, 3-star, they break it down for people really effectively. And what they do is they say, okay, you have this amount of time, you need this many customers or this many brand partners, and they each need to order at a minimum these things. Okay. So it's not like that should put pressure on you. It's almost just like a guidebook. The same way Alice just broke down the blueprint, there's a roadmap where you could hit director, you could hit executive, and how much will I be making? What do I need to do? It's all here. It's in the compensation plan. Maybe you need someone to kind of decode it for you and parse that information. And that's where we come in as your upline, where we're just like, okay, PV is personal volume. You have to do it like this, da 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 da. So then the technical part, don't worry about it. It's really just like, what is your goal, and how can we get there in the most fun, organic way possible? Like, what excites you about this product? Is it just like, I can't wait to start talking about green juice. I can't wait, just find what excites them. And that's what I do for Allison. I try to make it as fun as possible, because there's times where she's like, oh, I'm just not in the mood to do this, or like, I don't like, it's a call I don't want to do or whatever. And it's just about making it fun. I'm not always great at that because I'm analytical and I'm a white color personality. So I'm like, I guess I'm boring or something. I'm vanilla. No, but I'm just like, the fun aspect of it. I know what's fun for me. I like doing reels. I like going on Zooms. I like sharing. I like doing all these things that I celebrate. That's what compels me to go in the morning. The things that I don't like to do, uh, you know, we find ways to make it fun. Just find the joy in it. It's not a job. So the sooner you could shed that kind of programming of like, I need to put in a certain amount of work to get a certain amount out, that's income mentality. We are in wealth building asset mentality now. Okay. You're investing in something, you're building something so that eventually it will just be a wealth generating machine that is self-driven, where you don't need to be on top of it every day. And anyone who's like an entrepreneur, anyone who researches this, they know that there's a lot of different ways to do that. But the things we've tried, like real estate, okay, it's volatile, it's an investment. We're not going to touch that money probably for another 30 years. Crypto, that's kind of scary. It goes up and down. It's not really such a smart investment, I think, but people do it. This is an investment in your health. All you have to do is get healthy and then share that gift. That's the investment. So if you start now and you are consistent, it will build into something major. And that's what happened for us. It took a couple of years before we caught the vision. Our first 2 years we were at director, and then boom, we started going up diamond rank every month, and then we hit crown. So it's like, just hold the vision really strong, lean on your upline, but don't be fully dependent on them for your success. Alice was talking about divorcing your upline. Alice is like a sister to us. I talk to her more than my actual sister, and so like we're very close. We work together all the time. But it's like, does she if she has a bad day, does she blame us? No. If she loses, if she gets ghosted by a prospect, does she blame us? No. It's like, you take responsibility, you own it, and you hope that your brand partners do the same. So, oh, thanks for sharing the color code link. I think the important thing about these calls, and I'm so happy that you're all here and motivated to go fast. It's like, you want to train your brand partners to go fast, so you get that matching bonus. Okay, it's major. Like, there's 3 people in Quebec last month that we helped make $1,000 extra just by helping someone go fast. So it's amazing. Duplication, 100%. That's what we're all about. So I think Allison's gonna come in. Alice, if you want to take over again, if that's cool. I gotta go pick up my kid, so I'm gonna be in just Nowheresville for a little bit. But I think Allison's coming right back in. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.
Thank you, Jared. So much wisdom. I wondered if anyone has any questions, ideas, comments, like anything that they want to share on here, because so much of this, yes, is skill. It's learning the skills to pass them down and mastering the compensation plan so you can just reel it off. It's super important. But so much of this is also bigger picture thinking. And yes, Rhiannon, please unmute yourself.
I am trying really hard to create a structure, like a weekly structure, and it's been helpful. But the only thing is, it's like my structure I made, I don't think it makes a lot of sense, like what I was trying to do. Oh, I'm so glad.
Rhiannon has 6 children and she hit Fast Start Executive. So she's building incredible structure around being a full-time mom. You know, this is a woman who is killing it, by the way. But yes, Rhiannon.
Well, that's nice. So I was trying to do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like really focus in, and then Tuesday and Thursday I was going to still be available, but it's just it's not going to work. So I was just wondering if you could expound upon a little bit, maybe, or if anybody else is here, however, like is there like a better streamlined system of like making business hours that you would suggest? I know that's kind of really like broad, but I just feel like I need a little bit of help, and everywhere I look, it doesn't really like fit. It's just too structured, or it's just like 1 hour a day. And I'm like, what? So.
Well, you know, it's like it's the quality of the work that you put into the time that you allot. So people get overwhelmed, like, oh my goodness, do I have to do like 10 hours a day? That's what I do, but that's not normal. You know, you don't have to do that. If you can do even 4 hours, 3 hours of really income producing, all encompassing, like I'm in my space, I'm doing the work, I'm prospecting in a day, you will build a huge business. But as your team grows is when they will need you more for connect calls and training. So there's the mindfulness around that. So maybe your time for personal prospecting and following up, you condense into an hour, which is easy, everything in an hour. So, you know, sending a replay to that woman, you've already got a list, who needs what. You're going to get on that call today. It's Eric's call. It's a Monday, definitely going to be on that call. We'll be on message map and help your brand partner do some connect calls. But with connect calls, you know, if you're busy, this is the great thing about it, is you can call on your upline to help you, Rhiannon. And that's what I'm here to do. If your new brand partners need you and you just don't have the time, that's when you go up and you go, hey, like I've got this thing. I do it with Alison and Jared all the time. They've helped me out of some really sticky situations. I can count on them 100%. And then I pay that forward. If they're like, I can't do a call last minute, I do it. So it really is, it's just a matter of deciding what hours, I guess, are allotted to your personal income producing activities a day. And you can play with it, Rhiannon, and be like, was this enough? Was this too much? Did I blah, blah, blah. And then allowing more open time maybe for connects. But I know Alison's here, and Alison, you know, she's built a crown organization with 2 children traveling the world. So she'd be amazing at explaining how she schedules. Hello, darling.
Hello, hello. I'm so sorry. I was on a call with Eric while Rhiannon's can I get a briefing of it? Just
Sure. I was just saying that I tried to set some hours for myself and days, but it wasn't working. And so I was just asking Alice or you, like how I can just be more just do better at it. And she was suggesting like just allot me like an hour and a half or something. My biggest thing is like when like a brand partner needs something and I'm having my phone, I'm available, or like as it grows, it'll be more, you know, and then like I have just like with the kids, I can't be like, okay, guys, I'm going to come in here and do this because I have littles. And they're like, what? So I'm just trying to figure that out.
yeah, well, you know, I make sure to have certain self-care practices in place, like having you can for your Calendly, you know, your working hours, have them, that's what's available. And when people want to meet with you, they you know, this is going to be an ongoing, like we're all building our boundaries and, you know, but like if I need to speak to Eric, like I'll message him like, hey, can I call you? You know, even if, and Eric is amazing and he just came in the call. So, hey, Eric. But, you know, it's been like, I've learned from, you know, just communicating with the partners. Like I am very respectful of, you know, my upline, and you know, that duplicates down. You don't want to be too always like, if you're always exerting yourself and you're going to burn out, and that's going to duplicate. So I have to make sure to have self-care and boundaries so that you guys don't have, so that you guys can have that too, so you guys have that protection. So it's really important as we're leaders to learn, our limitations and block off certain times that we need. If there's a yoga class we need to make it to, or whatever it is. I hope that answers. Yeah, multiple. You know what I thought I would get? My biggest fear was getting successful in this business. My biggest fear was, I was like, what happens when I have so many brand partners? But you know what I found? It was harder when I had just like a few. Somehow when you have a lot, you're building a movement, you're building a community. And then you have a collective that's taking care of them. Like I know now that the groups that they're in, if they have problems, they can ask in them. So you want to get people to really, like, the bigger you scale up, the more scalable, like, you have to just have systems in place. And that's what we're creating here, so that they're not all on you. When I had just a few partners, it was a lot harder than when I have now 4,000 people under me. It's a lot easier. Eric could probably, he has what, like 50, 60,000 people under him. And look, he's still on this call right now. So yeah.
Thank you, Al. That was amazing. And it's, Allison, because Allison had strong boundaries in place when I started, I respected that, and then I passed that on. It's like, and then we get to, if people are too much, we get to go, I can't do this. I'm too busy. If you're sending me all this stuff, I can't possibly, like you say it to them, this is for your people coming up. Like, this is duplication. Imagine if you have 50 people sending you hundreds of messages all day. We want to empower people. This is important for time management. Empower people to find the answers themselves, which is why Allison has created so many systems, tools, boards, groups, so that before they ask us, they can go and look for themselves. And that will save a lot of time too, Rhiannon, when you're scaling. Like, Eric doesn't have time for 50,000 people to send him messages every day. And Allison and I have learned to be, we ask him, do you have space for this call today? Would it be okay if I ask you a question right now? Because the more that we get into that, the more that duplicates. But it's true. And maybe Eric could share a little bit more on scheduling and timing, and how, when you scale a business, how to manage all those people and all their needs, and still having time for your things, because that's something that we're all learning to master.
That is a really good question. And I'll tell you, Calendly has been a game changer for me. Okay, what I love about Calendly is that you can designate which times in the day and on which days you're going to make yourself available. We got into this business for time freedom. Did we not? I think we did. I know I did. Okay. And so that means that as an entrepreneur, I have control over my schedule. Do not let your schedule control you. You control your schedule. Okay. Some of you guys need to hear that. You control your schedule. That means you decide which times during the day you want to be available, which days you want to be available. And if there are any times you don't want to be available, you block those times off on your Calendly, okay? If anyone wants your attention, your knowledge, your experience, your support, all of those things, they have to work within your boundaries. Those are the rules of the game. In turn, as you bring your brand partners on, you're going to teach them the same thing. And the reason is because this will allow you to maximize your effort into the things and people that you put your effort into. Your cup will always remain full. Remember, if your cup empties out, you have nothing left to give. You cannot give your best to each and every person. So you got to keep it full. If you find that it's going down, it's dipping, then rebalance. Yeah, finding the balance. the difficult thing in life. I'm not saying I'm an expert in it. I'm still working on it, but I found certain things that have helped me. One is only making myself available during certain times. Okay. You can't book an appointment with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. My calendar's booked off. You can't book an appointment with me before 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm not saying I'm not busy during those times. I'm sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but I'm doing certain things that are filling up my cup. So during the times that I am available, I'm able to give you guys my all. And that's what I want to do. I want to give you 150% of me during the times that I can do that. I would encourage you to do the exact same thing. Okay. Do not sacrifice the things that are going to keep your cup full at any cost. And if you do it for a very short period of time, quickly rebalance yourself and get back on track. You cannot burn out in this business if you're doing it correctly. If you feel burned out, you're imbalanced. And that's not your upline's fault. That's not Purium's fault. That's not the business fault. That's your fault. You are the only person that can balance yourself, and you're the only person that can imbalance yourself. So don't blame anyone. Take responsibility for your own cup, your own schedule. Oh, it's not, I got too many people reaching out, blah, 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 blah. No. You've created that situation. I know it's tough to hear that. I know. The problem is you. And it's me. It might be me too. If I have a problem, it's me. I got to look at me first. It's happened to me at times. And I'm like, how can I fix this situation? I was taking calls at all times of days and night in the beginning before I had a schedule. 11 o'clock at night, which is, I'm on Eastern time. Many of you are on Pacific time. That's 8 o'clock at night for you. And some people work during the day and they're only available at 8 o'clock at night, their time. They're in California. Well, guess what? It's 11 o'clock at night, Eastern Standard Time. So am I expected to take calls at 11 and 12 and 9 and 8 a.m. in the morning and 7 a.m. and 3 o'clock and 2 o'clock and blah, 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 blah? I got 66,000 people on my team. How would I ever keep up with it? My schedule is my schedule. You got to fit within that. If not, you can't work with me. You can't work with me. All right. And I'm telling you guys, you can't work with me. So that's posture. Get to that point. If you're not quite there yet, work towards it. Work towards it.
I'll just say at the beginning, you are going to work probably more, but starting any business from the ground up, any business that you start, you're going to be working. I mean, people who pour into a business that they're just getting off the ground are like working day and night, right? So
listen, the average entrepreneur is working 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 hours a week. When I had a traditional business, there were weeks I worked 100 hours a week. No one is expecting you to work those kind of crazy hours. If you're working those hours now, if you're working like that, more than 40 hours, you're not working smart enough. Get efficient. You're overcomplicating it. Okay. You're not working efficiently. You're not working smart. You're working hard, but not smart. Network marketing is a business model predicated on leverage and efficiency. It's getting more results from less time, more impact from less time. So the time is important. You got to put some time in. You have to. Can't say, I don't want to put 0 hours in and get a big impact. That's unrealistic expectation. But what I can tell you is you're going to get more impact from your time over the course of time. Maybe not right away, but eventually you will. That ratio is going to pay dividends for you. Okay, so work towards that more efficiently. I see a lot of times people doing a lot of one-on-one calls and that's great and that's fine. But think about this. We have 14 people on this call. Now, if I did a 30-minute call with each of you throughout the course of this day, how many hours would I spend? I same information, same exact training, I just did it individually with you, right? 7 hours. Take me 7 hours to do it individually. We could get all of you on this one call here. We have 14 people on this call, give you the same information, 30 minutes. That's efficiency. You see the difference? That's why we encourage you to host events.
Yeah.
Because you could get 20, 30 people. My sister last night, she got, there's about 12, 13 people on a prospect event, mostly prospects. That's efficient. Work smarter, not harder.
And a little quote that helped me is, you're going to work hard. Okay, at the beginning, you work harder. I don't know how it goes, but something like at the beginning, you're going to work harder than anyone does for less than anyone makes, to be able to work way less than anyone makes and earn more. Like it's going to shift at a certain point. So it does feel like you're working hard at the very beginning, putting in so much hours, but put that in perspective, read the 4-year career and understand that this is something that we do put a lot of effort in to get this going at the very beginning, to get our systems up and running. It wasn't easy to, build a whole, community and all these tools and everything. That takes a lot of, and I know, I see Alice and I see other people, we're doing these tools. They're putting in a lot of hours to create these tools, but to an end of being able to work a lot smarter. So just know that we're going to be putting in sometimes some more work at the very beginning. Then that's not how it goes, forever. It starts to shift in our favor.
Put another way, in the beginning, you do a lot of work that you don't necessarily get paid for. I know I put in probably more hours, and I think my first check was like $70 from Purian. And I was like, wow, I spent, several hours and $70. That was 10 years ago though. But, and in the end, you get paid for a lot of work you don't do. Like right now, I'm talking to you guys, I have orders coming in. Okay. I'm going to go to sleep tonight and wake up tomorrow morning, and there's going to be 20 orders in. That's leverage. That's making money while you sleep. So not many people achieve that in their life, being able to make money 24 hours a day. There's a price to pay for it, but it's a small price. Okay. The price that we pay in a matter of maybe 4 years, if you subscribe to the 4-year career theory, people will do that for 40 years and they haven't even achieved that yet. So it's a small price to pay for sure. I think Rhiannon had a question.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It was just a kind of going on with what we were saying. So this might sound so silly, but I look at people's Calendly and it's like they have like hours available for so for me, we don't do babysitters, and my husband's schedule changes a lot working for the church. So it's like I might be able to have 2 evenings where I could have an hour or two. It probably sounds so bad, but where people could just come on and do it. I mean, to me, that's a huge deal to be able to even do that. But I don't know.
If it's 2 hours, it's 2 hours, Rhiannon. Those are your terms. Yeah, it is. I mean, okay, guys, we shouldn't have, seriously, I have 12 hours in the day. You can book a call with me. You could book a call at 9:00 at night or 9:00 in the morning. First off, let me ask you a question. From the prospect's perspective, think about this. This is a little bit of FOMO psychology, okay? If you can book an appointment with someone, there's anytime you want, anytime. Well, the perception is you're just not that busy, right? Is that the perception, you think? Make yourself busy, guys. If you're not busy, make yourself look busy. You should not always be available, plain and simple. You're not always available. No, you're not. Yeah, you got time. You got times that you're available, and you have times you're not available. Okay, we need time for, reach outs. We need time for follow-ups. Okay, and during those times, people can't book calls with me. I need time to work out. That's important to me. I need time to recover after my workouts. That's important to me. I have certain things that I volunteer. A lot of people don't realize I have a huge personal ministry that I'm involved with. I spend quite a few hours a week in that During those times, I am not available. You cannot book a call with me. So you have your schedule that's non-negotiable, and let people, your prospects, your team, whomever, fit in with that. That'll keep you going longer in this business. And they also will see that, oh my gosh, you know what, Rhiannon, she's working a business because of time freedom. That's what I want. I respect that. I want that too. I want that kind of time freedom. If you're available 24/7, what does that show them? What does that teach them? Oh, they have to be available 24/7. Oh, I can't do that. I'm in this business for time freedom. I thought she had time freedom. She's always, that means I can book a call with her at 11 o'clock at night. Like, guys, have your boundaries, please. Teach people that this is a business of where you can achieve time freedom. And that means controlling your own schedule. When we work a job, we can't do that. We can do that in network marketing. So do it. Control your schedule. Don't let it control you.
I wanted to speak real quick if I can. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's me, Casey.
What's up, Casey?
Wondering who Purium was.
You cool Purium. I love it.
Is Purium corporate on the car? Is Debbie Darling on this
I
call?
don't have my stuff. I don't have my camera on. I'm a hot mess right now.
It's all good.
I'm not like, appropriate. So, but I just wanted to say thank you, Eric, for the card that I got in the mail. It
Aw.
was so like that really means a lot to me. And I just wanted to put that out there that Rhiannon is amazing and she's doing a great job. And she actually helped me with my business card today.
Oh,
So I actually have a business card. I ordered them and I'm so excited. And I got my first commission check today.
woo!
And listen to this. I made more in 6 days than I bring home in 2 weeks at my job.
No.
Yes.
Wow, Casey, we're so
I was
proud
like-
of you.
I was like, oh my gosh, like when I got the commission thing and I was looking at it, I about dropped to the floor. I started crying. I'm like, oh my gosh, this just proves I can do this. I can do this. And like, yeah, I made more than what I make in my job in 2 weeks that I bring home in 6 days.
Oh my gosh, that's so inspiring. We forget sometimes because sometimes we get a little bit maybe shy about talking about the money part. Guys, this makes a real difference in the lives of people. What this is doing for Casey, and Rhiannon shared the same thing, what this has done for her. She's been able to take her family out to eat and just pick up the tab and say, hey, everyone, order whatever you want. It's on me this time. Like, it's not about the money itself. It's about what it allows us to do, the experiences that we can have, what we can do for others, what difference it makes in our lives and the lives of the people around us. The Purium compensation plan pays. It pays, guys. If you really dive into this Fast Start program and the compensation, it pays real money, more than a lot of jobs where people are working overtime and extra hours and picking up shifts and trying to make ends meet with a meager salary. This compensation plan pays real money. Okay.
Right.
The people that are earning Fast Start bonuses.
I haven't even got the bonuses yet. That doesn't include, I have $600 coming to me.
Well, just you wait.
And bonuses.
Because the best is yet to come.
So yeah, I was just amazed today. And
Casey,
like I needed that.
You think that's great. Wait till you hit diamond. Wait till you start going through the diamond ranks and the green and blue and black. It only gets better and better and better. Those checks that you see there, add a couple zeros on the end of it. I'm telling you that the when you start hitting like diamond and above and you get the lifestyle bonus and the check matching and the this and the that, there are so many bells and whistles in this comp plan that it really, it gets even the most skeptical, it gets their attention. Even the spouses that are like not kind of poo-pooing, not on board, they start seeing those big checks come in and they become believers.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely a believer. And like, I was living paycheck to paycheck and not even paycheck to paycheck. I didn't even make enough money to pay my bills. So this is like a huge blessing for me.
And Casey, you got to think about now, not only how you can build that up, but how many people can you help achieve that same kind of freedom that you're achieving now? You know,
Right.
think about that. How many people can you in turn, you've received this blessing, you know, how can you turn this around to be a blessing to other people now, right? Which you can, obviously.
Right.
Matching bonuses in our fast start period is those matching bonuses, let me tell you, unlimited. We can earn, I was just going over with someone, I was showing them fast. I said, listen, you can earn up to $2,500 for helping someone achieve the full, you know, potential of fast start. But if you help 10 people achieve $2,500, that's $25,000. Because we're talking about real income here. You know, so
Yeah.
don't underestimate the power of fast start, the power of the fast start matching bonuses. They are powerful and they add up quickly. I'm telling you, when you start seeing those big checks come in, you get excited. You get really excited about this business because you're like, oh my
Right.
God, my hard work is actually paying off here.
And I actually get to help people, you know, and get paid for it. Like, how amazing is that?
You get paid to do what you would probably do anyway, because we all love to
Right.
help people here, but why not get paid for it? Really get rewarded and compensated for it so we can make helping people a business.
Exactly.
And Casey, what you get to do with this story, your win today, is talk about it on social media. I just made more than I make in my other job, helping people, doing something I love. And I want to help other people do it too. Don't keep these things to yourself. This is part of your why and your story. And a lot of people just need this. So
That
you
is
go,
a powerful story.
right?
That is
so powerful. It's when it happened to Rhiannon. Rhiannon shared it. It was massive for her. And people were seeing that. And she has duplicated for you, Casey, and taught you. And you're both hitting these bonuses and going so fast. And now you can do that too. So you call in other women who want to join a lineage of people who are making a huge difference to their health and their wealth.
And I have to say, oh, sorry.
Oh,
I
you're
just wanted to
fine.
say really quick that I'm going to be able to help out with our vacation, like a big help. Like we've never been able to go to souvenir shops and buy stuff for all the kids, and we can this vacation. So sorry, I just wanted to say it's amazing.
Oh man, that makes our day. You know, the average American, I'm sure in Canada it's similar, cannot afford 74% of the population cannot afford a $400 unexpected expense. That's the reality of it, guys. I mean, this is statistics, okay? You can look this stuff up. 74%. If there's a $400 unexpected expense, they do not have $400 in their checking account to cover that expense. That's reality. So we cannot underestimate, you know, we think sometimes we need this big giant story like, oh, I just I'm making a 6-figure income, and that's going to like really impress people, as it doesn't take a lot to impress. Let me show you how I made an extra $400 or $500 in the last 2 weeks. That's a powerful story. Most people, the majority of the population would be all ears to hear how you did that. Think about that. 74%, they can't afford $400. That's your AC goes down, your plumbing, I need new tires for my car, you know, whatever it is. Unexpected expenses that come up all the time.
$1,300 my first week.
$1,300. I mean,
that's what the bonus is. Yeah. Like I made $1,300 in 6 days.
Wow.
And that's why I want to swing this round to the beginning of this call where I talked about the blueprint of duplication. That is what I taught to Rhiannon, and she hit her fast start. And Rhiannon passed it down to Casey, and she hit her fast start. So I'm really glad that these ladies joined us for the end of this call to share about how this works. Because if we truly plug into the system and we truly get people ready and explain to them all of these things and just give them what they need and the space to figure it out for themselves, this is the result of what this can do for people, which is absolutely astounding. And I'm aware of time for people because we've hit the hour, and I just want to thank you so much, Eric, for coming in and sharing your wisdom, and for everyone's beautiful comments, Rhiannon's share, Casey's share. Like this is community, and this is why we do this, and it's so powerful. These stories are what could build a multiple six-figure organization, the beginning of. So don't knock the power of these wins and really talk about them. But just so much love to everyone on this call, and this is going to be recorded. If anyone wants to share the blueprint or any of this with their team, absolutely. And just thank you for taking the time out of your day. Everyone on this call, we see you and we know who's really going for this and who's serious because they're on these calls. So we know who to pour our time and energy into. So thank you so much. So much love to everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.
Peace out, everyone.
Thank you.